Love and light to everyone. Let's talk about spiritual gifts. Types of spiritual gifts. There's a lot of confusion about spiritual gifts, guys. I don't know why. Um, I don't know if there's enough information or we need to put out more information, but let me share what I know. So there's different kinds of spiritual gifts that we have. Some people are going to um, heal their lineages. Some people are not going to help people spiritually, which means that your gift is not designed for you to help other people spiritually. However, you may have a gift that helps people, even if it's not spiritually. And then there's those that have spiritual gifts that will help themselves and help heal their lineages, heal their generational traumas and patterns, and lastly, help people. So you can have all of them, but you can also have a gift that doesn't require you to help other people, which means you're only healing yourself, healing your family, healing your lineage, and that's it. There's a gift of prophecy. This is people that can obviously dream. They also see things before they happen, and they can give you structure in terms of what will happen in your life. Prophecy is also not permanent, but I will make a video about this. But when it comes to gifts, it's prophecy. And number two is ubungoma. Ubungoma, where you're going to go ephesweni. This is the only one out of all of this that you need to go to initiation school. That is where you have to go and learn how to do things. However, there's different other ngakas, inyanga, or spiritual traditional healers that need to go to training or some form of initiation. But the main one that needs you to go to spiritual training is ubungoma. So Busangoma, you go Golefetro or Epeshwe. And then Bungaka, Ubinyanga, traditional healer, where you are a healer traditionally. However, some will go to initiation school for it, and some will only self-initiate. Depends which lineage, depends on your ancestors, it depends on what kind of gifts you have. So some will have to do half-half, which is self-initiation and training, or ubungoma or peswe, depending on what you have as an individual, because we don't compare, right? And then there's ubusebeleti. Ubusebeleti, I don't know what it's called in other languages, I'm not gonna lie, but they are service healers. They help people in specific or different kinds of ways. Usually, observability, they get ijazi, which is the coat, the lab coat, or the doctor's coat that you see people wearing. That is people that have a gift of observability. That's a male version of it, which means it comes from a male ancestor or from male lineage or leadership. And then there's a female version of it, observability, which you will get the dress, the staff dress or Nazareth dress. That's when you actually have a gift of observability. Observability, usually there are people that help people go to the waters, they help people pray for people, they help people those that are going through their spiritual journey. Some people will be in transport, some people will be assistants to traditional healers where they would help them get immunity. They are assistant kind of healers. However, it's all different for each and everyone. So I'm just giving you a guideline so that you understand the kind of difference there is in terms of gifts, right? And then there's Ubtandazi. Ubtandazi, everyone has this one. I don't think there's a spiritual healer who doesn't have Ubtandazi. I don't think there's a person or a human being that doesn't have Ubtandazi in them. It's something that you make a choice and you choose. Ubtandazi is intercessors, people, prayer warriors, basically. Those that pray and things happen. They pray, things shift. They pray, they manifest. Those are prayer warriors. And most people that go through this spiritual journey are prayer warriors because they are patla sonke. We do patla, we do pray, we do ask for guidance. Okay? So the representation of this gift is ispiga. You will see a lot of people wearing ispiga. Most of the spiritual gifts, when they study with ispiga, the cape that you put on your shoulders, because you have to cover your shoulders when you pray, and you have to put on a duk. So if you have a gift of Sebelezi, it always starts with ispiga. But remember, there's no rule of thumb. It can be either or. So let's do a part 2.